I'm Gary Beveridge from Tips for Travelers. In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 things that you should absolutely not pack in your suitcase that you're going to hand over to be checked in when you board a cruise. Let's go take a listen to the 10 things you should never, ever pack, and I'll tell you why. So the first thing of these is anything valuable. I just received a message from someone that had packed a $1,000 drone in their suitcase, thinking it would be perfectly safe, it was well packed, and it would appear in their cabin beautifully preserved. It was damaged. The cruise line took no responsibility for it. They didn't have insurance, so they lost a $1,000 drone. But you should never pack laptops, jewelry, watches, money, cards, anything valuable. Do not put in your suitcase to hand over to be taken to your cabin. Keep it in your hand luggage. The second thing that you should not pack is alcohol. Most cruise lines will not let you bring alcohol on board, so don't put it in your suitcases because the suitcases are screened. I know lots of people have various little tricks they try and get around the alcohol rule, but it's just not worth packing. The third thing that you should not pack in your suitcase is medications. So if you are on prescription medications, do not pack those in your suitcase. Have those in your hand baggage. Also, very importantly, which is the next point, is any sort of illegal drugs. Now, it's very important when traveling, particularly if you're traveling internationally, to check what is counted as illegal. So for example, if you're heading into Dubai, codeine is counted as an illegal drug. Most governments will have some sort of website where you can check what is legal and not illegal, but do not take any form of illegal drugs. The next thing is never pack any sort of weapon. So whether that's a firearm or any sort of knife that has a blade over 10 centimeters long, they are not allowed on cruise ships. Again, the bags are screened and are checked for those kinds of things. Don't pack anything that you can light. So candles, incense burners, those kinds of things. You're not allowed to have naked flames in your cabin on a cruise ship, so don't pack them. Again, it may get picked up in the screening. The next thing not to pack is coffee makers, irons, percolators, anything like that. You're again not allowed to have those within your cabin. There'll be laundries with irons. Some cruise ships will have tea and coffee making facilities, but you're not allowed to plug in any of those kind of devices. Now also check, because your cruise line may not let you bring on board sports equipment. So things like hockey sticks, baseball bats, skateboards, surfboards. Many cruise lines will not let you bring those on board. So do not pack those in your case or even try and bring them on board. Also linked to valuable items, never pack in your suitcase any important papers or documents that you have. Again, keep those on you in your hand luggage. Do not pack them in your suitcase. And the last thing, and again it varies a little bit by cruise line, is something like walkie-talkies and ham radios. Now some cruise lines will let you have on board very simple little walkie-talkies, but generally speaking there are a lot of rules. So again, check with your cruise line or your agent, are you allowed to bring on board things like ham radios and walkie-talkies? So there you have it. Those are the things that you should never ever pack in your suitcase that you're going to hand over to the cruise line to have taken to your cabin. The most important thing to remember is put nothing valuable in that case. Watches, jewelry, drones, cameras, laptops, tablets, whatever it is. Anything that's valuable, do not put it in your case, because if it gets damaged, stolen, broken, the cruise line will not be responsible for it. And also, importantly, of course, make sure that you do have insurance to cover the loss of any of those kind of things. Well, hopefully you found that helpful. I'd love it if you liked the video, and please, very importantly, subscribe to Tips for Travelers and get more travel inspiration, advice, and tips.